evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are now going to start the business session. Now I request the dignitaries to kindly come over to the dais. First, our chief guest, Honorable Thiru Justice R. Suresh Kumar. He will be escorted by our President, Mr. Chozhanaachiardiaries, to the dais. The agenda is welcome address by Chozhanaachiardiaries, President, TamilChamber of Commerce. Before he could give the welcome address, our Vice President, Mr. P. Chandrasekhar, has expressed his desire to appreciate his efforts and present him a bouquet, because normally in all functions the presiding person is always forgotten. So Mr. Chandrasekhar, Vice President, is presenting a bouquet to the President. Over to Mr. Chozhanaachiardiaries, President, for the welcome address.
On behalf of the Tamil Chamber of Commerce, invite our chief guest today, Honorable Justice R. Suresh Kumar, Madras High Court. And guest of honor, Mr. Stephen Su, Director General of Taiwan Economic and Cultural Center at Chennai, and Mr. V. Muralidharan, Chairman, Etharaj College and Cybertech COO and Alert NGO Chief for our 81st business session. I also invite the special invitees here from different organizations. Our long-time friend, Mr. Nadarajan, President, Customs Broker Association, and Mr. R. N. Sekhar, Secretary, Customs Broker Associations, and other sister chambers, so many representations from other organizations who are present here, and the CEO of Gindi Machine Tools. This is our 99th visit to their factory on behalf of Tamil Chamber. And we are going to visit the 100th factory visit at Amul, Gujarat on 26th and 27th for our field visits touching first century. I am happy to announce before you our chief guest, Justice R. Suresh Kumar, known to everybody, and his institutional cases handled for so many years. From Chennai to Kanyakumari, if you mention any institution, he will be related to that during his career as an advocate and other post. In spite of his schedules, tight schedule, he accepted in short notice. We are also giving awards to the IAS toppers of Tamil Nadu, the first rank and second rank on behalf of Chozhanaachiardiaries Foundation. UPSC toppers from Tamil Nadu. The representatives are here to receive the award, and also Nalli Award for the best designer and best weaver from Arani Kanchipuram area, and one more from our past president Savan for best commerce students award. They are all present here. They are going to receive the awards from our Honorable Justice Suresh Kumar sir. I wish them all to get more and more awards, national and international arena in future. Our other guest of honor, Mr. Stephen, he is young and energetic, slim and fit. I think during his speech he will reveal the secret of his fitness to you for the audience. But he is a man of action. After taking charge recently, he went all over Tamil Nadu without rest. Few days back also, he has a program at his office. We all went there. Every day some postings from different functions or event displayed in Facebook and other social media. And his counterpart, another subordinate, Mr. Dennis, also here. I also welcome him. And association from ICAF, Indo-Cine Appreciation Forum, and other organizations from advocates and others are also here. FWC, the First World Community, and our members all here. I welcome all those people again. Actually, this Chamber of Commerce started in the year 1944 for the information of our chief guest and others here by the first Finance Minister of India, R.K. Shanmugam, in the Nehru government in the year 1944. Yesterday, the September 11 is known for several occasions. Vivekananda made his spiritual speech at Chicago on the same day. And the same day, our chamber is also started in the year 1944 by the R.K. Shanmugam, the founder. September 11 is our chamber's day yesterday. So, We are well connected with several occasions, and the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, and the World Bank formed because of the deliberation held at Chicago, for which our founder, Mr. R.K. Shanmugam, represented India along with 70 other countries. After the deliberation of that conference, only the IMF and the World Bank formed. One of our past president, Nagappan, the Chromepet, the name, because of his chrome factory at Chromepet, one of our past president's contribution. And he made several contributions to make a leather museum in the CLRI, Central Leather Research Institute, which is 75-year-old prestigious organization. And Arcot brothers, Ram Sammalya, Lakshman Sammalya, son-in-law Mr. Anantha Krishnan ran a ship. He is our past president during Morai Desai period, from Chennai to Singapore, his own ship. That is all our prestigious leaders. Nalli was there, so many other presidents are there. I am happy to continue that tradition with all the supports from our office bearers, executive committee member and members also. நீதி பற்றி வந்து சொல்லணும்னா, மனுநீதி சோழர் காலத்திலிருந்து கண்ணகி நீதி கேட்ட மதுரையிலிருந்து தமிழர்கள் வரலாற்றில் வந்து நீதித்துறை ஒரு முக்கிய பங்கு வகிக்கிறது. மனுநீதி சோழனோட சிலை வந்து சென்னை ஹைகோர்ட்டில் நிறுவி இருக்குது. சாமானிய மக்களின் கடைசி நம்பிக்கை வந்து நீதிமன்றம். அதை வந்து இன்னைக்கு காப்பாற்றிட்டு இருக்குது உயர் நீதிமன்றம், உச்ச நீதிமன்றம் பல வழக்குகளில். அதாவது தீர்ப்பு வாசிக்கப்பட்டதாக உணரப்படக்கூடாது, நீதி வழங்கப்பட்டதாக உணரப்பட வேண்டும் என்று சொல்லுவாங்க. It is not the judgment delivered, it is justice that is most important. அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு நீதி அரசர் இன்னைக்கு சிறப்பு விருந்தினராக இங்கு வருகை புரிந்திருப்பது நமக்கெல்லாம் பெருமை தரக்கூடிய ஒரு விஷயம். உச்ச நீதிமன்றத்திலும் சென்னை நீதிமன்றத்திலும் மிகப்பெரிய ஜாம்பவான்கள் எல்லாம் நீதி அரசர்களாக இடம்பெற்று நீதி வழங்கி இருக்கிறார்கள். அந்த வகையில் ஒரு ஜனநாயக நாட்டில் நாம் பெருமையுடன் கூறிக்கொள்வது நீதிமன்றம். பில்லர் ஆஃப் டெமோக்ரஸின்னு லெஜிஸ்லேட்டிவ், எக்ஸிக்யூட்டிவ் அண்ட் ஜுடிஷியல்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. அந்த மூணு சிறப்பாக ஒருங்கிணைந்து செயல்பட்டால் தான் வந்து ஜனநாயகம் தழைத்து வளரும். சாமானிய மக்கள் அவர்களுக்குரிய இடத்தை பெறுவார்கள். அந்த வகையில் இந்தியாவில் வந்து பல்வேறு பிரச்சனைகள் இருந்தாலும் ஒரு சிறப்பான ஜனநாயகத்தை நாம் கடைபிடித்து வருகிறோம் என்பதற்கு அடையாளம்தான் இந்த நீதிமன்றங்கள் போன்ற செயல்பாடுகள்லாம். முரளிதரன் அவர்கள் உடைய இந்த எத்ராஜ் கல்லூரி VL எத்ராஜ் என்ற ஒரு அட்வொகேட்டால் உருவாக்கப்பட்டது. 10 லட்ச ரூபா, ஏறக்குறைய 10 லட்ச ரூபான்றது இன்னைக்கு வந்து மிகப்பெரிய அமௌண்ட்டு, கோடிக்கணக்கான வேல்யூ. அதை வந்து அவர் மகளிர் கல்லூரி திறந்து வைப்பதற்காக கொடுத்து அந்த காலேஜ் பேரில் தான் VL எத்ராஜ். அந்த ஃபேமிலியை சேர்ந்தவர் தான் ஒன் ஆஃப் அவர் கெஸ்ட் ஆஃப் ஆனர் கோயிங் டு கம் ஹியர், மிஸ்டர் முரளிதரன். அவர் ஃபேமிலி ட்ரஸ்டாக இருந்து அந்த கல்லூரியை மிக சிறப்பான இடத்துல தேசிய அளவில் NIRF ரேங்கிங் அதிலெல்லாம் வந்து ரொம்ப சிறப்பான இடத்தை பெற்று வருகிறது. அவர் ஒன் ஆஃப் த கெஸ்ட் ஆஃப் ஆனராக இங்கே வருகை புரிய இருக்கிறது பெருமைக்குரிய ஒரு விஷயம். சேம்பர் ஆஃப் காமர்ஸ் பிஸ்னஸ் டெலிகேஷனாக பல இடங்களுக்கெல்லாம் சீனா, தாய்வான், வியட்நாம், இந்தோனேஷியா, சிலோன் போன்ற பல நாடுகளுக்கு சென்று வந்துள்ளது. இந்த வருடத்திலும் சில பிஸ்னஸ் டெலிகேஷன்கள் வெளிநாட்டு ஏற்பாடுகள் செய்து கொண்டிருக்கிறோம். எங்களுடைய உறுப்பினர்கள் அதில் பங்கு பெற்று வர்த்தகத்தை மேம்படுத்துவதற்கும் எக்ஸ்போர்ட் ஆர்டர் பெறுவதற்கும் ஒரு வழியாக எங்களுடைய சேம்பர் ஆஃப் ஆக்டிவிட்டீஸில் ஒரு முக்கிய இடம் பெறுகிறது. அத்தகைய நிலையில் இன்றைக்கு சிறப்பு விருந்தினராக வந்திருக்கும் நமது நீதியரசர் அவர்களையும் டைரக்டர் ஜெனரல் ஸ்டீஃபன் அவர்களையும் வருக வருக என்று வரவேற்று இந்த அவார்டுகள்லாம் அவர் வந்து ஜஸ்டிஸ் அவர்கள் வழங்கி இங்கு உரையாற்ற இருக்கிறார். அவரையும் மீண்டும் வரவேற்று உங்கள் அனைவரையும் வரவேற்று நன்றி கூறி அமர்கிறேன்.
Now the chief guest, through Justice R. Suresh Kumar, will be honored by a shawl by Mr. Chozhanaachiardiaries, President of the Tamil Chamber of Commerce. Next, through Stephen, Director General, Taipei Economic and Cultural Center in Chennai will be honored with a shawl by Mr. P. Chandrasekharan, Vice President, Tamil Chamber of Commerce. Now I request Mr. P. Chandrasekhar, Vice President, to introduce through Stephen, Director General, Taipei Economic and Cultural Center in Chennai.
எல்லோருக்கும் வணக்கம். Good evening, friends. Before I introduce one of our guests of honor, it gives me immense pleasure to introduce his country. Taiwan's uniqueness stems from its political status, rich cultural blend, technological leadership, unique cuisine, which we love most, and natural beauty, distinguish it as the first country in Asia to legalize same-sex marriage, a major semiconductor producer, a creator of global cultural phenomena like bubble tea, and an island with varied landscapes, from high mountains to rugged coastlines. I can see a lot of guests here getting ready to go to Taiwan, but please wait till the meeting is over. Thank you. Now, I want to tell the gathering the main voice of our guest of honor here. We remain committed to supporting global investors, particularly those from Taiwan and other key international markets, to establish their operators in India swiftly and quickly. We are glad to continue strengthening the pathways for international operators' growth and opportunity. Our guest's latest contribution, a Taiwan Education Center, was recently inaugurated at the Chennai Institute of Technology. Congratulations, sir. The center would also facilitate faculty and student exchange programs, new research initiatives, and higher education opportunities for Indian students in Taiwan. The launch makes a milestone in Indo-Taiwanese ties. Now about the guest of honor, Sir Stephen S.C. Shu. His current position is Director General, Taipei Economic and Cultural Center in Chennai, India. His educational background is his MA in English, TamKang University, and the BA Graduate School of American Studies at TamKang University. I take immense pleasure in introducing Sri Stephen S.C. Shu to our gathering.
Thank you, sir. Now we will have the address by Mr. Stephen, Deputy Director General, Taipei Economic and Cultural Center in Chennai.
Thank you so much. Vanakkam. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, I cannot speak Tamil. I can only speak a few words. Vanakkam. That's the first sentence I learned here in Chennai. I have been in Chennai for over 2 months so far. So thanks so much for the president of the chamber, Tamil Chamber of Commerce, so much kind words to me. And we know each other, at least for the past 2 months. Whenever he show up, I show up. I show up, president show up. And also it's my honor to meet the chief guest, Judge Honorable Tilu Justice R. Suresh Kumar, and also the respective guests of honor, Tilu V.M. Murali Dharam. Hopefully I spelled it correctly. And also, of course, our president, Mr. Chozhanaachiardiaries, and also Mr. B. Ravi Kumar David. I know he must be the honorary secretary, and all the dedicated members of the chamber. Very nice to see you today. I'm so honored to be here. So, like the president mentioned, he asked me to make a speech for 10 minutes. I said, it's too long. Maybe just a few minutes, 3 minutes, it should be good enough for me. But since, president just insists I will speak longer, so I especially make a script Usually I don't make a script, but I'm not AI, so I can, especially the names, the Indian names, it's not that easy for me. So I need to make a script, if you don't mind. And like I say, I'm Stephen Xu. Actually, my Chinese name is Xu Shu Zhi. Xu, like Xu, is my last name. Shu Zhi is my first name. And Stephen, you can call me Stephen, or you can call me DG Stephen, or DG Su, whatever suits you, okay? And my office, the full name is Taipei Economic and Culture Center in Chennai. Actually, we are like a de facto embassy, just like Taiwan consulate. And my office was established since 2012. So this year is the 13th anniversary for my office. And I'm so glad I've been appointed by my foreign minister, Dr. Lin Jialong. He appointed me to Chennai, to India. I cover the south of India. I don't cover the whole India because we have 3 offices, one in New Delhi, one in Mumbai, one in Chennai, and I'm the fifth DG in this office. So I'm so glad to be assigned by my foreign minister to serve here. Maybe it's because my background. Actually, I've been involved with Indian affairs for many years. I served in our foreign ministry about 25 years. So about 10 years ago, I was section chief in charge of Indian affairs. So at that time, I started to learn a little bit about India. I was section chief at we call it like an India desk. So I was in charge of bilateral relation between India and Taiwan. So, and after that, before I came to Chennai, I was the Deputy Director General in our foreign ministry. I also had a chance to be in charge of India-Taiwan affairs again. So somehow, maybe they call it manifest destiny. I'm in charge of, to get familiar with Indian affairs. But India is such a big place, such a big country. So I just try to learn a little bit. I'm still learning. So I'm so glad to see so many friends today. Maybe I'll learn from, especially our esteemed guest tonight. And I also would like to learn more from you. But I have to apologize first because really recently, because I'm just new here to Chennai, so I need to travel a lot. And also I need to focus on many business because my foreign minister assigned me to do a good job. So even later, I have to go back to the office to do some work. And especially our National Day, our National Day celebration is coming very soon. So I need to apologize later after the program is concluded. Please excuse me for a few minutes. Then next, I would like to highlight a little bit. Taiwan, even though it's small, but actually it is a country that has made remarkable contribution to the world, and especially known for its resilience, innovation, and entrepreneurial spirit. And you know that Taiwan is a global leader in advanced technologies. You might know that we have the world-class semiconductor manufacturing, electronics, renewable energy solution, and smart healthcare. So, but Taiwan's strength is not only in industry and technology. It also lies in our strong cultural values. I would say like diligence, integrity, and community spirit. I usually to encourage my colleague, I told them we are a team of Taiwan, Team Taiwan, and you have a Team India. So I call it IT, India and Taiwan. We are perfect and natural partners, and we have so much in common. So Taiwan and India are highly complementary to each other. So especially Tamil Nadu is Indian, I would say Tamil Nadu is India's hub of textile, automotive, electronics, and renewable energy, all sectors where Taiwan has global experience. So actually this marks a collaboration not only for nature, but also highly rewarding. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, let me assure you that Taiwan stands committed to building even closer ties with Tamil Nadu. So on behalf of TCC in Chennai, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to all award recipients today. I know there are 3, right, if I'm correct. So I think your achievements represent the bright future of Tamil Nadu. And I look forward to further cooperation between Taiwan and South India, of course. So once again, I sincerely thank the TamilChamber of Commerce for inviting me to join this great event. Thank you so much. Nandrik.
Thank you, Mr. Stephen, for your nice address. Now, the most important event of this evening's function is the presentation of awards. The awards will be presented by through Justice R. Suresh Kumar, Dr. Nalli Kuppusamy Chetty Awards for Textile and Silk. The best designer in silk sarees goes to Mr. K. Cheran of Arani. Please come out to the stage. Mr. V.M. Muralidharan has come. We extend a warm welcome to Mr. Muralidharan. Kindly come over to the stage, Mr. Muralidharan, please. Next award is Best Weaver in Silk Sarees, Mr. K. Gopinath of Arani. Mr. K. Gopinath of Arani, Best Weaver in Silk Sarees. Dr. Nalli Kuppusamy Chetty Award for Textile Silk category goes to Mr. K. Gopinath. The award is being presented by our Chief Guest, Honorable Justice R. Suresh Kumar. Chozhanaachiardiaries Foundation Awards. Mr. B. Sivachandran, UPSC exam topper in Tamil Nadu, rank 23 All India Civil Service Examination. His father-in-law is away in training, so his father-in-law is receiving the award on behalf of Mr. B. Sivachandran, UPSC exam topper in Tamil Nadu, rank 23 All India Civil Service Examination. Next is Sri Champal Lal Savan Sukha Memorial Awards, Best Students in Commerce. Sri Champal Lal Savan Sukha Memorial Awards, Best Student in Commerce. Ms. Unati Jain from Guru Nanak Guru Sri Santi Vijay Jain College for Women. Unati Jain from Guru Sri Santi Vijay Jain College for Women. Best Student in Commerce. Next Best Student Award goes to Ms. G. Arati from Dhanraj Bait Jain College. Ms. G. Arati. UPSC exam second topper in Tamil Nadu, rank 25, All India Civil Service Examination. Her brother, Mr. Manoj, will receive the award on behalf of Ms. G. The EC members of Tamil Chamber of Commerce, please. Now, on behalf of Tamil Chamber of Commerce, I will take the privilege to honor Mr. V. M. Muralidharan, the guest of honor. V. Manogar, Vice President, will introduce the guest of honor, Mr. Muralidharan.
It is an honor to introduce our distinguished guest of honor, Thiru V. M. Muralidharan, Chairman, Ethraj College for Women, the Chief Operating Officer of Bhavan Cybertech Group, and the Chairman of Alert NGO. He is a distinguished alumni of the College of Engineering, Guindy. He is also an Executive Committee member at Southern India Chamber of Commerce and Industry, panel member on the Education Panel, TNSC at FICCI, Charter member at TIE Chennai, member at the Chennai Angels, and Charter member on the Concordia India Advisory Board of Concordia College, New York. He is a great grandnephew of the founder and first chairman, V.L. Ethiraj, became the first member from the founder's family to head the trust. Prior to being elected as a chairman in 2013, he served as a financial trustee. He is also chairman of Alert NGO. He has many awards and honors, especially some Edupreneur Award by Raindrops for his initiatives, commitments, excellence and significant contribution in the field of education. Eminent Educational Award at the Indo-American Education Summit 2016 in recognition of his excellence in the field of education leadership. Vocational Award, Excellent Award by Rotary Club of Chennai, Velachery, Rotary International District 3230 in recognition and appreciation of his outstanding contribution to the cause of immense literacy. Distinguished Alumnus Award by the Alumni Association College of Engineering, Guindy, in recognition of his outstanding service to India and elsewhere in the world in the field of education and information technology. Furthermore, கூடுதல் தகவலாக நேற்றைய தினம் மகாகவி பாரதியாரின் 104வது நினைவு நாள். 3 சங்கங்கள் இணைந்த பெருவிழாவில் அவருக்கு நமது மிஸ்டர் வி எம் முரளிதரனுக்கு கல்வியாளர் விருது வழங்கப்பட்டது என்று கூடுதல் தகவலாக தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். இவர் பாப்புலர்லி known as Mike Mr. Muralidharan. Thank you for the opportunity, President. Thank you for once again to all.
Next, we have the chief guest address by Mr. V. M. Muralidharan, Chairman, Ethraj College for Women.
Good evening to all of you. Yes, my name is not connected to this mic, certainly not. But of course, it's still a nickname from school days. So fortunately for me, a name which was carryable through my career and social circles also. Somebody called me. I thank him for that. First of all, my sincere apologies to all of you, especially to Honorable Justice R. Suresh Kumar. I got a little delayed, not little, quite a bit delayed. I normally try to be a little ahead, but I was far behind. But thanks for understanding my delay. Mr. Stephen So and my dear friend Chozhanaachiardiaries, always enterprising and keeping himself so active. Thiru Ravi Kumar David, who's going to give the vote of thanks. I was just trying to understand the audience. I feel possibly something which could be broadly relevant to everyone is what I thought I should speak. Our state may not be the nation's capital. It may not even be the financial capital, say like Mumbai. But I think we have understood the importance of human capital. I think that is something which probably for many long years that's been understood, and so we have invested quite a bit in that area, especially education. The more we have invested, I think somewhere down the line, on the one side, we do find that for some of the entry level or the lower entry level jobs like construction, other things, we don't have enough people from here, primarily because we have upped the bar and we have got more educated, and most of the people, the younger lot, are educated, and so they aspire to have a job which is befitting their education. But I think in the global stage, we are probably in a much stronger position because of that. In fact, any industry which is to come to any part of the globe, they will come where the talent is. And I think in that context, we have done the right bit so that the human capital here, the number of technical institutions, in fact, this time in the NIRF ranking, we have almost a third or more of the first top 100 is from Tamil Nadu. And right now, a couple of colleges from Coimbatore have hit the top 10, like PSG and PSGR Krishnamal. And a lot of colleges are there. And almost 1/3 of that 100 is coming from Chennai, Tamil Nadu. It is huge. If you look at our proportionate population, I think we are far, far ahead of the rest of the country. In fact, one of the things which I thought I should say is, so when I told that investments from abroad, they come into places where there is talent, that is what is going to improve our economy. So in that context, I think we are very much on the right road, right path to be truly impacting at the global level. Out of probably around maybe 7,000 odd are ranked by NIRF, 5,000, 7,000, and another quite a few are there. In that context, if you look at it, the number of, the population of Tamil Nadu is approximately 5.7% in the national context. Our 7-8 crores is about, of the 140 crores, about 5.7%. In that context, if you correlate, the undergraduates are 8% of the total country's population in the undergraduates, 11% in PG, and astounding 15% in PhDs. This is, while quantity is not the only measure, it also shows that even if the quantity is achieved, there's definitely going to be a proportionate qualitative set of people who are going to come out, and that is something which we should all be proud about. How is all that possible? This is one state where 50% of the people who finish 12th, they join higher education. The GER, as we call it, gross enrollment ratio, 50%. In the context of what the nation is aiming for, it will put this in right perspective. When I'm saying that, the NEP that has been, popularly talked about, one of the goals that NEP at the national level has is that we should reach 50%. Primarily because there are states which have about 15% GER, 15% of the 12th students go up. Some cases it's about 25 to 28% and 35%. We are on top, especially among the largest states, we are on top at 51 or something like that right now. Now, where does it put us? Primarily, I'll tell you, it's not just the percentage. How does this percentage happen? It doesn't happen because everybody, not all, if you look at any other state, if there are 35% GER, out of that, 25% is boys and the 10% is girls. Like effectively 50%, 100% of the people who pass out, if there are 50 and 50, out of the 50% of the boys, there is a certain percentage coming up, 25%. Out of the 50% girls, only 10% go to the higher education. And here I am very happy that the girls have been topping and we have been recognizing them. All these people, incidentally you should understand human capital is 100%, men and women. If we don't use the 50%, we are wasting the talent. Congratulations to you girls. I think you are part of that. And one more thing. There's another statistic which is phenomenally, revealing as far as the state is concerned. If you look at the country, if there are 100 women working across the country, out of that 40% women, working women are only in Tamil Nadu. 40%. I'll tell you, this shows few things. One is the government supporting the education of everybody, including the women, and the cultural, upbringing of the parents. Many of us are adults here. We should applaud ourselves for allowing our girls to study well and go on to higher levels. Because many times the conservatism of the parents also is a problem which stops women from moving up. But I think as a state, we are forward thinking in that. So I think overall we are on the right track. So that is one part of it which I thought I should share with all of you. I'm very proud that the state is doing that, and I'm part of the Tamil Nadu State Higher Education Council. So I have a lot of interactions with the ministers, and we understand as to where we are and how we should go about. I'll leave it for another day. But the second thing is globe. Sometime back we used to be traveling a lot to do business. We used to go spend time, even as late as about 10 years, 15 years back. Even for one meeting, I will travel to probably Boston for one meeting, go there, travel 2 days, meet, travel back 2 days. Because if there's nothing else, I don't want to stay there, but you go there because that meeting is very important. Gradually, we were starting to work with some type of a virtual meeting. Only for very important meetings you go, otherwise we were handling it virtually. And we started understanding with internet, globe is a village. Essentially what it means is, anywhere in the world, offices can be and all of them can collaborate and work together. That was actually improving things a lot, because a lot of outsourcing happened across the globe. And somewhere down the line, we all have forgotten that, though it was only about 3 years ago, three and a half years ago, COVID. It just came, swept us, rocked us, and we, for a moment we thought, will life be only like this forever? And now we are forgetting everything and we are living very peacefully. We don't even remember that it happened to us. But what it left as a mark is virtual, the virtual working and virtual life. In fact, I do not know, justice and all, they were handling cases remotely, and I do not know how much they enjoyed it. I always used to find that many people did not enjoy it, because meeting face to face was probably a lot more comfortable, and to understand also body language and things like that. But what has happened now, I don't call it globe is a village. I think globe is a dot. When I'm saying a dot, it is me and this. That is what is the world. Me and this device. With this device, I can do WhatsApp, I can do mail, I can do virtual call, I can do everything. So it is just me, and with anything around the world, I can connect and do whatever I want. It's no more even going to an office and connecting or doing anything. I think partly COVID helped in terms of moving us to remote working. Now we have learned to efficiently do that. And where does it help? Including education. If you have 15 things to learn and only about 10 things or 5 things are available in your college as a syllabus, the other 10 things can be learned outside of your system. I mean, there are so many certifications going on left, right, and center. If you go to any of the social media pages like LinkedIn and other things, you'll find everybody saying, I'm getting certified in this, I'm getting certified in that. I mean, it's moved to a different plane altogether. In fact, companies like us, we have stopped training people. We just tell, we need people with this skill, and somebody puts up the hands and says that I've already got certified. So, world is changing in that particular context. And on a different note, I wanted to tell everybody, especially the children, that today talent is only one part. It's like the syllabus. You have learnt the core subject. If you have done commerce, across the country, whoever has finished a BCom has learnt similar subjects. So a BCom is a BCom is a BCom anywhere in the country, but for small variations. But what makes the difference? The difference is something else. I don't even want to call it as soft skills, because that's another, then that becomes one more subject type of thing where you say you should do this, you should do that. I feel that the most important trait that all of us have to develop is a fearlessness. We have the skill, we have everything. Even amongst elders, I'm saying, if you talk with 10 people, there are people who have the skill, but they have a fear. They want to be safe. So what happens is they don't put their full effort into something because they feel, what if I fail? There's a small feeling of, if I fail, I don't know, I'll be looked down upon. Whereas the fearless person is something like Dhoni, go whack it here. You make me out once or twice, so what? You have the skill, go and do it. I think that is something which all of us should develop, especially the youngsters. If you are fearless, all your subject knowledge that you have will come to the fore. You'll experiment, you'll test it, and you'll be successful. And especially when we are going to become virtually, with the, I said dot, we can deal with any part of the globe. Sitting here, we can probably make a visit, do something, and then come back, and as a hybrid, you can get engaged with those people, and we can do all that is possible. More and more things are going to happen. In that context, I feel all of you should do that. And as last one, if I don't talk, coming from the IT industry, if I don't talk something, that will be missing AI, the bad word AI. I think we should never fear that also. I'll tell you why. Have you seen, I don't know whether you have seen, all of us here would have seen, the abacus, the math thing, the beads, where the additions, everything, we used to learn as kids. We had this as a framed thing with beads. I felt that was probably one of the first artificial intelligence tools that we used when we were young. To cut the story short, in the 80s, there was a product called DBase. It's nothing but the Excel sheets. I used to wonder, 20 fields will be filled up. And we will pivot that and we'll get some what-if solutions. And I used to wonder what happens to the chartered accountants. If this Excel sheet does all these things, they will lose their jobs. But what happened was the CAs started using it more effectively, and probably they spent the time on many different other things. And then cut the story short, you move to ERPs, which again is a tool that helping us out. Going on and on, the IT industry does not fail in one thing, creating more and more jargons. So AI came, and then before we started to understand what is AI, Gen AI came. Before we could look at it, agentic AI has come. All that will come. So the tools will keep coming, and the man will keep controlling it, using it effectively. I think that is what we all should do. That will not replace you. Only thing is, it is like if you don't know how to use a computer, you'll be lost. Similarly, there will be people who know BCom or engineering, mechanical, physics, anything, BSc physics. There will be two people knowing the subject, but they know an artificial intelligence tool or not. This will be the differentiator. People who know it, today everybody uses ChatGPT. Virtually, I think, sometimes I receive mails. The guy who was not writing mails well, suddenly the English is fantastic. He just puts it in, pumps it, and he gives it to you. But sometimes I wonder whether that is coming out with the right meaning of what he intended to. English is good, but I'm slightly always doubtful. Call him and say, did you intend to tell me this? Why I'm saying that is all these will keep happening, but continuous learning may be the most important thing for not survival, that will be a way of life. I think we should do that. And I feel with the type of education in the state, with the type of encouragement that parents have been giving children, that is why everybody is getting more and more educated. And if we equip ourselves well by continuous learning, AI, 2 years later, I don't know, there will be something new, more and more new things will come. We'll all be able to dominate with the knowledge of everything. So best wishes to all of you. Once again, I congratulate Chozhanaachiardiaries for getting us all together here this evening. And once again, my apologies for coming late, but I know I'll make it up by enjoying and listening to everybody. Thank you very much. May God bless.
Honorable Mr. Justice Suresh Kumar. Mr. Suresh Kumar was born in a village called Valathirai Kotai in Pudukkottai district in the year 1964. His parents are Mr. C. Ramachandran and Srimadi R. Chandranbal. And the family is totally involved in public service. His father was president of the village Panchayat for about 40 years. Before him, his grandfather was the Panchayat president for 30 years. His maternal grandfather was an MLC of the State Legislative Council for the then princely state of Pudukkottai. So the entire family is totally involved in public service. His student life. He studied his elementary education in a government school in Valathirai Kotai and his high school in Sri Gulabadi Balayya Middle School and his higher secondary in TLC Higher Secondary School in Pudukkottai. And he did his graduation from the HS, the Raja College, Pudukkottai. He did his BL degree in the year 1989 at the Madras Law College, which is now known as Dr. Ambedkar Government Law College. His family. He is married to Mrs. Rajeshwari, who is again a the granddaughter of a freedom fighter of Tanjore district and daughter of Mr. S. Kaliyaperumal, Joint Director of Rural Development. They have a son called Surajiv Arul. And his career, he was enrolled as an advocate in Tamil Nadu Bar Council and joined at the office of Mr. A. Muthukrishnan and had been practicing in both original and appellate sites at the High Court. And thereafter attached with senior advocate and former Advocate General of Tamil Nadu, Sri N.R. Chandran, who also belongs to Pudukkottai district and was groomed under him in writ side matters with a specialization of academic and service subjects. He has been in the practice for 27 years till his elevation at the High Court of Madras as well as the central and state administrative tribunals. His experience and his achievements. He was the standing counsel for the Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission and the counsel for the Registry of Madras High Court up to his elevation and appointed as senior panel counsel by the Ministry of Law and Justice, Government of India, and represented the cases of various departments of the central government and served as the government counsel for the Union of India to deal with the service matters of Central Administrative Tribunal, Madras Bench. Also served as the standing counsel for the Indian Maritime University, a central university. He was the counsel for Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, FSSAI, and was also appointed as standing counsel for Annamalai University and served till his elevation. He was the standing counsel and appeared for TNPSC. He appeared along with the renowned senior counsel Mr. P.P. Rao before the Honorable Supreme Court of India in respect of civil judges recruitment issue. A senior central government counsel, he appeared for Atomic Energy Regulatory Board. Atomic Energy Regulatory Board, he appeared as a senior counsel in the famous Kudangalam nuclear project case. Apart from the government and quasi-government organization, he had been the counsel for many number of years for academic institutions such as engineering colleges, B.Ed colleges, Teachers Training Institute, Polytechnics, and also some colleges of medical and dentistry besides the Council for Matriculation School. Over to Mr. Suresh Kumar.
Mr. Chozhanaachiardiaries, the President of the Tamil Chamber of Commerce. Thiru Stephen S.C., Director General Toipai Economic and Cultural Center in Chennai. Thiru V.M. Muralidharan, the Chairman of Ethiraj College for Women. Mr. B. Ravikumar David, the Honorary Secretary of TCC. Other office bearers of the Tamil Chamber of Commerce. The awardees who have received awards today for achieving in their respective field. The executive members, the past office bearers, senior members, members of the Tamil Chamber of Commerce, advocates, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to all. Mr. Rajashekar called me 2-3 weeks back and he sent a message, he sent a letter inviting me to be the chief guest today for this business session. As far as Mr. Rajashekar is concerned, I met him some years back in a public function. I did not know about what is he, about his background. I thought that because of his big mushak, I thought he must be a police officer. But immediately I got a doubt, because normally the police people will cut their hair very short, but this man doesn't look like that. So he cannot be a police officer, then what is he? Then I came to know that he is a businessman and doing business as a shipping clearing agent. And later I came to know that he is heading the Tamil Chamber of Commerce as its president. And our relationship developed and he started sending his bi-monthly magazine, that is bi-monthly magazine of TCC, bi-monthly magazine to me. So on seeing the magazine, I had little knowledge about the functioning of this association, this organization. But when I agreed to be here today as a chief guest to participate in this function and address before you, just I wanted to know what is this TCC, that he has given some input and I have taken some input also. I thought that what is the purpose for which that I am invited for this session. My profession is different. My job is different. I am a judge. Previously I was a lawyer. Even as a lawyer, there would be a close relationship between a lawyer and a business people, because most of the business people will be the clients to some of the lawyers. Because without any litigation, no business can flourish, no business can be moved. But as a judge, what is my connectivity with these business people? Why he is calling me? Why he is inviting me for this function? I was searching. I found the answer. That this Tamil Chamber of Commerce was founded by great business people those days in 1940s, headed by Dr. R.K. Shanmugam Chettiar. He himself is a lawyer. He studied the Madras Law College, the same college where I studied law and I got a degree. So I thought that there has been some connectivity with this association and myself, so I can participate. That Mr. Rajashekar also pointed out that in 1944 this TCC was established. That was the British rule. At that time, what was the necessity to start a business association? Because there would not have been much commercial activities, most of the industrial activities, because during the British Raj, only very few industries might have been there, established, that too by English people. Here and there, 1 or 2 industries would have been there. Except the small trade, there has been no much export and import being undertaken by any private business people. That was the situation when we faced during the freedom struggle. At that juncture, this association was started. The reason being, because it was very closing to the concluding stage of the Second World War. Because the Second World War was over by 1945, just 1 year before, almost the concluding stage of the Second World War. This TCC was established You know, because of the world war globally, the trade imbalance would be there. There will be a fluctuation in the price of various commodities. There would have been a lot of prejudice to various countries in export and import. Resultantly, some essential commodities in many of the countries would have risen. So these are all the situations, abnormal situations that we have to face. And these situations the government can face, but the government alone cannot face this kind of situations. Therefore, the business community, the industrial community, the commercial community must come forward to shoulder this peculiar situation. Probably that might have been one of the reasons for establishing an association, that too in this part of the country, merely because it was named as Tamil Chamber of Commerce. It cannot be construed that only the Tamil speaking people or the people who are having the mother tongue as Tamil alone will be the members of this association. That the members will be knowing, but from outside if you see this association, what is called the Tamil Chamber of Commerce, that means only the Tamilians will be there. It is not so. That input also I have received. Because in 1953, I got this input. In 1953, there was a problem faced by the members, not only members of this association, but all the business communities. As the government hitherto was permitting the business people to maintain the sales tax account in their mother tongue, especially in Gujarati as well as Marwari. Because considerable number of Gujaratis, considerable number of Marwadis that who had been doing business in this part of the country. Therefore, that concession was given by the government. Suddenly in 1953, the concession seems to have been withdrawn. This association plunged into action and they see that circular issued by the government is to be withdrawn, and accordingly it was withdrawn. This of the action clearly establishes that though it is the nomenclature of the association is Tamil Chamber of Commerce, it worked for the upliftment of all sections of the business people, irrespective of the language, irrespective of the geographical area, irrespective of the religion, caste or creed, anything. That kind of vehement service that it has been doing for the business community, for its development for the past 8 decades. Traveling 8 decades, completing the 80 golden years. Now it has entered into the 81st year. This must be 80th or 81st general body meeting. 81st annual general meeting that you have completed. So such a association that you become members, and it is taken to various heights by the office bearers of this association, headed by Mr. Rajashekar, and his prudential leadership, that he has proved several times that whenever these kind of issues come, the issues were sorted out by talking with the peoples who are in the higher echelons. One such incident also has been mentioned where some years back on the import area, for importing the apple, some restriction had come from the central government that kind of import can be taken only through the port at Mumbai. That means all other ports, there are 13 major ports in India. We have 3 ports in Tamil Nadu, Ennur, Chennai as well as Thoothukudi. Like that entire coast, India has a very long coast, you know well. There are 13 major ports apart from minor ports. So if you restrict that to these one particular commodity has to be imported only through one particular port, that will have certainly that will have an impact on the business community. First of all, these kind of commodities cannot be imported and distributed throughout the country. Therefore, that was one of the issue this association seems to have taken to the government, and the government also realized the difficulty, had come forward to relax it, and the notification seems to have been withdrawn and a relaxation was given. That is yet another achievement of this association, I understand. Like that, so many achievements have been made by this association, and it is yet another their regular feature that they will take business delegation to various countries. That brother has come from Taiwan, China, Vietnam, Hong Kong, These are all the very nearing countries of India and also business-oriented countries. And in these countries and in some other countries also, every regular interval, this association is taking the business delegation where they met so much of people in their counterpart in those nations, and the trade relationship between these countries, especially the group of the business people, mainly the members of this association, definitely would have been benefited because of these missions taken by this association. So we should congratulate these kind of continuous efforts, relentless efforts being taken by this association for the betterment and development of the business community, not only the members of the association, but the entire business community in general, especially in this part of the country. I must congratulate the president, office bearers, executive members, and all those who are shouldering for this responsibility. When we talk about the commercial activities, when we talk about the business activities, when we talk about the industrialization, it is not merely that industries and business are being done by these people, the business people or the business community, only for the betterment of them or their families or their near and dear or relatives. It is the country will run, country will move, any country will survive until the country achieving a vibrant economy, no country can survive. We see many of the countries in the world are getting collapsed because of the financial position, the fiscal deficit. Why the fiscal deficit comes? Why the financial instability comes? Because the GDP growth. The GDP must be maintained steadily in any country, then only the country can flourish. Turn to the area of GDP. If you look at the top 10 countries in the world who registered the top GDP growth, India is the fifth country, you know well. As usual, US is the first country, next China, Japan, Germany, then India. This was the position few months back. Few months back, the position was that India was the fifth country in the top GDP achieving nations in the world. But the recent survey says India became fourth country in the globe, surpassing Japan, as it achieved $4.23 trillion as a GDP. $4.23 trillion. Still we have to go for a long way. The reason being, the first country in the GDP wise, as I said, it is US, United States of America. Do you know how much they have achieved in the GDP? It is 30.50 trillion US dollar. Please see the gap between our countries. For instance, between India and the US, India is in the fourth position. US is in the first position. Between first position country and the fourth position country, the gap is almost 25.53 trillion US dollar is the gap between first country and the fourth country. Then you please, business people, imagine how long we have to run, how much distance we have to cross. Therefore, the business must be flourished in this country. How the business will be flourished? We cannot simply say that the business people, yes, you start business and you do the business, you contribute to the economical growth of the country. It is not possible unless and until the government come forward, the governmental agencies come forward. They must give the shoulder to the business community. That is the reason why the government many a times come forward to give tax holidays. Tax holidays are provided. Tax relief sometimes are provided. And sometimes these special economic zones they are creating the special economic zones where if you start a business, some concessions are given. Like that, for some kind of industries, some tariff for the electrical energy that is being used by these industries, also they are supplying to some reduced rate, subsidized rate. These are all some of the measures being taken by the government and governmental agencies to uplift the business community to develop their business. But still, many a times the industries are struggled like anything. The industrial people are suffering. You know, very often we used to see, because you people will know, because you people will morning open the paper, only you will go to the business page. Or you people will subscribe only the business related magazines. But we are not. We will see that regular newspapers, regular news we can watch in the TV, and we come across news saying that this industry suffers, this industry suffers, these industrial people come to the street and they started agitating the issue. They are making the delegation to the government. They make this kind of request to the government for consideration. All these things almost every day is coming. Government also is redressing. We cannot put any blame on any government, either central government or a state government. We are not, that is not our intention to put any blame on the government. But at the same time, please see the position of Indian economy, and also please see the position of the Indian population, and also see the next important factor, what is the youth capacity of the countries. If you go to the youth capacity of the countries, Indian youth capacity, Indian youth population, that is between 15 to 29 years, Indian youth population is 371 million people, that is 37.1 crores out of 140 crores. People are telling that because recently we have not taken any census, but we predict that our population totally would be 140 crores. If out of the 140 crores, 37 crores people are youth. Youth in the sense between 15 and 29 years. Pakka youth are there. So, that is world largest. That also you must take a note. That is the world largest youth population. If a country is having, that is nothing but India. We are only having such a world largest youth population. Then we compare, one side is the youth population, another side is the literacy rate. If you take the literacy rate, now the latest statistic says our literacy rate is 80.99. That is almost nearer to the international average. Originally, the 10 years back, it was 69% or 70 or 72%, but now we crossed 80.9. 80.9 is the literacy rate of the national literacy rate. So, definitely out of this 80.9, if we take the youth, that is between 15 and 29, almost 95 or 98% of this youth would have been would have been in the club of literates. They might not have, all of them might not have secured a postgraduate degree or a professional degree, but certainly to some extent they are literate. But a youth force of 37 crores with the educational qualification, out of whom majority number of people definitely would have the best qualification like degree or post-graduation or professional degree like engineering or any other degree. When such a vast human resources development is available in our country, and every year, as Mr. Muralidharan pointed out, there are a lot of education institutions we are running, especially in this part of the country, the South India, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Andhra, even Maharashtra, many number of colleges we have started, professional colleges we have started, lot of engineering colleges, lot of medical colleges, lot of architectural colleges, lot of pharmacy colleges. These are all the education institutions we have started because the private entrepreneurs are coming to develop the higher education in this country. When that being so, when we produce lakhs and lakhs of graduates and professionals every year, these qualified, skilled people also join in the youth club. If they join in the youth club, if you are not in a position to provide them job, if you are not in a position to utilize their manpower and their mind power, manpower as well as mind power, if the country is not able to utilize this many number of crores and crores of youth, then that will be a disaster for the country. That will be definitely a disaster for the country. So how to tackle all these situations? In order to tackle all these situations, we must think it of. What kind of industries we can develop? What kind of business we can develop? You know well that in those days, the machines and other things, manufacturing of machine and other things, countries like Britain, countries like Germany, France, as well as US. Some of the countries in the Europe as well as US were the pioneers and were the leaders. Now the Asian countries, especially China, surpassed everybody. If we take the largest car production companies in the world, China leads it. China is first. It is the largest car manufacturing country in the world, China. Next only the US, thereafter Japan. But even in that arena also, we are not far behind, we comes fourth. India become the fourth largest car manufacturing country in the world. But we can't expect that each and every place, each and every state, each and every district we can go on starting the car manufacturing industry. Car manufacturing industry, we have to make heavy investment, that is the first thing. Second thing, even if you produce lakhs and lakhs of cars, the domestic market, you cannot depend only the domestic market, you have to depend the foreign market. So automatically when you go to the foreign market, so you will be in the foreign trade. In your foreign trade, all the countries will come, the China will come, the Japan will come, and other countries would come. So many countries are already, as I said, the European countries are pioneer in motor manufacturing. So those peoples also will come to compete with us. In that case, it is very difficult to cope up the global market for selling the cars. Therefore, each and every nook and corner we cannot start the automobile industry or car manufacturing industry. Then the textile industry, that is a very major area. Textile industry, we have achieved something, we have been achieving something. When we take the statistics of the textile industry, countries like China, please see, countries like China, Vietnam and Turkey, apart from India, are in the top position. This was the situation few years back. Today, you know what is the position? First country in textile industry is China. Second country in textile industry is Bangladesh. Please imagine, what is a small country, Bangladesh. In fact, we only fought with Pakistan in 1972 and got the liberation to the country Bangladesh. Bangladesh was liberated by us. Bangladesh was a small country. It has become an independent country only 40-50 years back. But within the shortest period, there has been no development in this country, no industries in this country. It is one of the very, very underdeveloped country, despite the fact, recent years, the manpower of Bangladesh being properly tapped and properly utilized in these textile industries. But some of the friends that were running some textile units in Tirupur and Coimbatore as well as Erode area, when we talk about, they used to say that, sir, those people came to Tamil Nadu and they were placed in those textile industries in these three or four major districts in western districts in Tamil Nadu, and they got trained. They returned back to Bangladesh and they started like tiny industries. They started these textile industries, and insofar as the manpower is concerned, it is very cheaper. The India manpower is cheaper comparing to the foreign country, other countries of the Europe countries. But comparing with India, Bangladesh manpower, insofar as these textile industry is concerned, it is comparatively cheaper. Therefore, their cost of production become cheap. When the cost of production become cheap, now the Bangladeshi textile being exported to very famous branded companies of US as well as Europe, especially these ready-made garments. The ready-made garments, the Bangladesh is coming next to China. This is the trend is going on globally, that we must understand this. So these kind of industries, we should not let it down. That the textile industry, people are saying that so much of loss, so we cannot survive it, therefore we are closing it, this unit closed, that unit closed. That kind of news also are coming. The government must have a look over all these things. They must have a special mission to how to tackle. Getting more and more money for foreign investment is one thing, But keeping the already existing industries in Tamil Nadu, in India alive, and they must survive, for which the government must come forward to shoulder by giving some concession and other things. That then only these kind of industries can be saved. That is the textile industry is concerned. But apart from all these industries, all these commercial activities, I personally feel that India basically still is an agriculture country. We have to provide 3 times food to 140 crore people every day. 140 crore people every day have to take 3 meal. At least 2 meal they have to take. How to provide? Where to provide? How long we are going to provide? So, these 140 crores people, this population will slowly grow. If not, the speed which we have shown in the last 2-3 decades may not be there, but slowly it will grow. It may go to 145 or 150 or 160 crores in some years. In that case, how are you going to manage this food processing area? Therefore, when we get food, when we produce more food, our bumper production is achieved, then we have to keep all these food grains as well as the food items by having the food processing industries. That is why in 1984 or 1985, I think, if I remember correct, central government first time has come forward to start a ministry called food processing industry. There was a minister appointed. Since then, that ministry is continuously working. That food processing industry is one of the major industry that we must give encouragement to such kind of food processing industries. And yet another area still we can explore is that in so far as the electronic gadgets, Mr. Muralidharan talks about the AI. AI has come. AI is going to rule the world. That is what the experts and people are saying. But country like India, if we introduce the AI in each and every aspect of our life, how are you going to give the job to these kind of people? As I said, 27 crores youth are going to be there. If you provide the AI technology, where these youths will go? Therefore, we must be slow in bringing the AI technology in so far as India is concerned, because we have enormous human resources available in India. So we must be slow in bringing this AI technology. That's what my personal view. And that for the development of these industries, yet another area is there, that is that these electronic gadgets and so many apparatus that we are getting. Domestic market also it is being produced, we get imported from China and some other countries, including the Taiwan and other things. But once that we get these gadgets, once we get these apparatuses, if it goes repair, that if you go to the service shop, the people will say, no sir, it is out model, it is outdated, just you throw it and get the new one. So, this is one area that these business people think it over and exploit, wherever it is possible, that what is the scope for these workshops, the repairing area that can be developed for, to some extent, limit the expenditure of every family. Each and every family, a heavy amount being spent for getting more and more electronic gadgets. That is one area that also to be exploited by the business people. If you exploit all these areas, the government also come forward, the Indian industry, Indian commercial activities, Indian business will grow to the great heights, and you will achieve the target. In so far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, the business, if we talk about the business, let me say a few words in Tamil. தமிழகத்தை பொறுத்தளவிலே, தமிழ் மண்ணை பொறுத்தளவிலே, மூவேந்தர்கள் ஆண்ட இந்த தமிழ் மண்ணிலே 2000 ஆண்டுகளுக்கு முன்பு ஆட்சி செய்த முற்கால சோழர்களாகட்டும், சேர பாண்டியர்களாகட்டும், அத்தனை பேரும் அவரவர்களுடைய ஆட்சி பரப்பிலே துறைமுகங்களை வைத்திருந்தார்கள் என்பது மறுக்க முடியாத செய்தி. அந்த துறைமுகங்களிலே முசிறி என்கிற துறைமுகம் சேர நாட்டின் முக்கிய துறைமுகமாக விளங்கியது, பூம்புகா சோழ நாட்டின் முக்கிய துறைமுகமாக விளங்கியது, கொற்கை பாண்டியர்களின் முக்கியமான துறைமுகமாக விளங்கியது. இந்த துறைமுகங்களில் இருந்தெல்லாம் என்ன பொருட்கள் ஏற்றுமதி செய்யப்பட்டனவென்றால், தூத்துக்குடியிலே விளைந்த முத்து அங்கு ஏற்றுமதி செய்யப்பட்டது. நாம் குடகுமலை போன்ற கேரளா போன்ற இடங்களிலே இருக்கக்கூடிய மலைகளிலே விளைந்த மிளகு, அந்த மிளகு ஏற்றுமதி செய்யப்பட்டது, யானை தந்தம் ஏற்றுமதி செய்யப்பட்டது. எல்லாவற்றிற்கும் மேலாக பட்டு துணிகள் நிறைய ஏற்றுமதி செய்யப்பட்டன. 2000 ஆண்டுகளுக்கு முன்பு சங்க காலத்திலே. இப்பொழுது நண்பர்கள் காட்டினார்களே பட்டு துணி, அது பாரம்பரியமாக பரம்பரையாக 2000 3000 ஆண்டுகளுக்கு முன்பிருந்து இந்த மண்ணிலே நாம் கற்று வைத்திருக்கிற கலை. அந்த கலையின் வெளிப்பாடு அந்த பட்டு துணிகள் எல்லாம் ஏற்றுமதி செய்யப்பட்டன. அப்படி ஏற்றுமதி செய்துவிட்டு அங்கிருந்து நாம் என்ன பொருட்களை இறக்குமதி செய்தோம் என்று சொன்னால், தங்கத்தை இறக்குமதி செய்திருக்கிறோம், அணிகலன்களை இறக்குமதி செய்து கொண்டிருக்கிறோம், மது வகைகளை இறக்குமதி செய்திருக்கிறோம், கண்ணாடியை இறக்குமதி செய்திருக்கிறோம், பவளம் மற்றும் நவரத்தின கற்களை இறக்குமதி செய்திருக்கிறோம். இத்தனை வியாபாரமும் ஏற்றுமதியும் இறக்குமதியும் இந்த தமிழ்நாட்டு மண்ணில் இருந்து சேர சோழ பாண்டியர்கள் காலத்திலேயே அந்த 3-4 துறைமுகங்களின் மூலமாக நடைபெற்றது, முறையாக நடைபெற்றது. அந்த வரலாறுகள் எல்லாம் இலக்கியங்களும் வரலாறுகளும் பதிவு செய்து வைத்து இருக்கின்றன. அப்படிப்பட்ட ஒரு அற்புதமான வியாபாரம் செழித்து ஓங்கி வளர்ந்த அந்த மண்ணிலே பிறந்திருக்கிறீர்கள், அல்லது அந்த மண்ணிலே இப்பொழுது வாழ்ந்து கொண்டிருக்கிறீர்கள். நீங்களும் தொழில் செய்ய வந்திருக்கிறீர்கள். தொடர்ந்து உங்களுடைய தொழில் செழிக்க வேண்டும், அதற்கு அரசும் முன்வர வேண்டும், சமூகமும் உங்களுக்கு பாதுகாப்பாக இருக்க வேண்டும், அதற்கு உங்களுடைய சங்கமும் உறுதியாக இருக்கும் என்று நம்பி இந்த விருது பெற்றவர்களையும் வாழ்த்தி, சோழநாச்சியார் ராஜசேகர் உள்ளிட்ட இந்த சபையிலே இருக்கக்கூடிய அத்துணை பேரையும் வாழ்த்து தெரிவித்து அவருடைய பணியை பாராட்டி, என்னுடைய இந்த வாய்ப்புக்கு நன்றி பாராட்டி விடைபெற்றுக் கொள்கிறேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
Thank you, sir, for your elaborate and encouraging address covering the various aspects of the services rendered by the Tamil Chamber of Commerce for in the interest of the trade and industry, and the important role to be played by the youth and the students for the raising the level of India. And the highlight of your address was the Tamil address, telling the specialities of our state of Tamil Nadu. Thank you, sir. Now it is the turn of the Tamil Chamber of Commerce to present mementos to the dignitaries here. I request Mr. Chozhanaachiardiaries to present the memento to Thiru Justice R. Suresh Kumar. Now I request Mr. Gururaj Rao, Vice President, to present a memento to Mr. V.M. Muralidharan. I will take the privilege of presenting the memento to Mr. Stephen.
I convey on behalf of our office bearer executive committee members and members here the well-received speech of our chief guest. The second part particularly revealing the current situation in trade, business, government side, both private, and what will be the future, what will be the pros and cons. He explained very well. I once again appreciate him. And one thing is that our FICCI in Delhi usually won't honor with the shawl or any memento for past so many years, even today, in all party FICCI meetings. Instead of that, they will plant a tree and put it as a certificate to the chief guest and others. Now it is the ESG and all coming, environment, sustainability and all, green effect, all these things. இந்த விதை பந்து சீட் இதை என்விரான்மெண்டல் ப்ரொடெக்ஷனுக்காக ஒரு சிம்பாலிக் இதுவாக நம்ம சீஃப் கெஸ்ட் 3 பேருக்கு மிஸ்டர் வீரப்பன் சார் ப்ளீஸ் கம், மிஸ்டர் சாம், மிஸ்டர் கரிகாலன் டு ஹேண்ட் ஓவர் திஸ் ஸ்மால் பட் எ வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் ஆஸ்பெக்ட். இந்த விதை பந்தது நீங்கள் வெளியில் போகும்போது எங்கன்னா காரில் போகும்போது வெளியில் தூவினீங்கன்னா இந்த விதை வளர்ந்து விருட்சமாகி பலருக்கு நன்மை கொடுக்கும். இது ஸ்மால் கிஃப்ட் மேபி, பட் தி எஃபெக்ட் இம்பேக்ட் வில் பி வெரி வெரி மச் அண்ட் useful for society.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the program. Last but not the least is the word of thanks. And as Honorary Secretary of the Tamil Chamber of Commerce, it's my pleasant duty to propose the vote of thanks on behalf of the President, Office Bearers, Executive Committee members. At the outset, I would like to thank our Chief Guest, Honorable Justice R. Suresh Kumar, Honorable Justice of Madras High Court, for his elaborate and encouraging and very useful address. I also thank the guests of honors, Mr. Stephen, Director General, Taipei Economic and Cultural Center in Chennai, and Mr. V.M. Muralidharan, Chairman, Ethraj College for Women, and Chief Operating Officer, Bhavan Cyber Tech Group, and Chairman of the Alert NGO. Their speech and address were very useful to the Chamber and to the members present here. I also wish to recognize the presence of Mr. Dennis, the Deputy of Mr. Stephen from the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office here. And I thank the members of the TCC because they had a AGM before this evening function, and followed by the AGM, we are now having this the program which is going to come to an end. And the members and the EC members, office bearers, and a special thanks to the staff of the TCC. They have done a wonderful job in getting ready all the things for this today's function. And I thank the invitees and the awardees present here, all the 6 awardees, their parents, teachers, faculty members, and their relatives who are present here, and people who have come all the way from Arani. I thank them. And also I saw a lot of students from the various colleges with whom we have the MOU, TCC have MOU. Avicii College students are here, we thank them. And we thank the donors for the awards. The awards are given annually based upon the donations given by the respective foundation. And I thank the hotel management for the excellent arrangements here, and the people from the media. Now we have come to the end of the program. May I request you all to raise up for the national anthem. Thank you.